That is gold. Pure gold.
We've seen Dnapa do this sort of stuff on many occasions. He's a real showman, this fella.
Undefeated, 12 fights, 12 wins, 7 inside the distance. He won just 3 weeks ago, or 2.5 weeks ago, the vacant New South Wales.
He's making a lot of facial gestures here. Dnapa big shot camp, and he's getting hit with some big punches from Ahmed Dib, and you know he's only going to be able to take so much of this, I can tell you. Have a look at this.
He's creating some banter, isn't he?
Oh, he's a showman and a half. He actually had, he's 36, he actually had 300 Muay Thai fights before he went into boxing. And he's fought some good fighters.
He's making a good show of it, though.
Couple maybe, yeah, keep him up a bit. Yeah. Oh dear.
Good two-punch combination up high. No, we haven't.
The show's over there, the
Muay Thai grain.
This is why he's doing that.
Yeah, that was low.
Very.
That was low. It almost got his knee. Dnapa happy doing what he's doing and not necessarily winning a whole lot. Ranked just outside the top 1,000, so he's looking to break into that shortly.
Shouldn't laugh. Oh, big overhand right by Dnapa. Solid shots.
Great right hand.
He's giving it everything, isn't he?
Oh, God. Big shot camp. Game as Ned Kelly walking into some big punches here. Too many big punches. Have a look at this.
He's bombing away, though. And once a Muay Thai fighter, always.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Sound asleep.
That's it.
That's a big victory. Big punch. What?
That was a flop if I've ever seen one.
I've never seen that before.
That was a flop and a half. He thought he'd given the crowd enough. You watch it in replay. He knew exactly what he was doing then.
Wow.
And then started doing push-ups and then jumped up at 9.5.
So I think
let's try and figure this out, eh?
I want a good, clean fight. Shake hands now and come out and box. Good fight.
And his opponent making his pro debut, Brian Sutherland from Shelby, North Carolina, in the blue trunks.
And Brian Sutherland knows nothing about boxing. He comes to this, he got into boxing because he was a street fighter, and he figured might as well get paid for boxing, or for fighting. And you can see the way he's throwing his punches, no form at all. On the inside, Brian Sutherland. Actually, it's Kenny Rainford on the inside. The straight punches. Watch how Brian Sutherland just tries to throw anything that he can, flailing at his opponent.
Rainford won 24 of his 25 amateur bouts in Great Britain. Turned pro with a third-round knockout over Aaron Nance last November and gets the right hand, and that stuns. Brian Sutherland is down, and that's it. Referee Chester Como retrieves the mouthpiece, stops the fight.
Let the doctor look at him.
Well, this man had no business. Brian Sutherland had no business in the boxing ring. It was the straight punches from Kenny Rainford.
I don't think he realizes he's in the ring now.
And it's an art. It's so much different than fighting in the street. Brian Sutherland didn't even know how to throw a punch, and here's what happens when you get in there with a real professional. The overhand right, that's all she wrote.
Jimmy Smith. 4 rounds, heavyweights.
Okay, gentlemen, this is a 4-round heavyweight fight. We went over the instructions before the bout, all right? You guys listen to my commands. I'm in charge. You understand? Protect yourself at all times. Shake hands, come out boxing at the bell. Let's go.
And the tail of the tape shows an advantage for Tony Moscow. He's a very big guy, 6'2", 216, 72-inch reach. Jimmy Smith checking in at 198 for tonight's bout. Tony Moscow, a very popular local fighter. We saw him make his pro debut here at the Sun Dome a month ago. It was a successful one. Not long on defense, but he has a lot of power, Chuck.
Well, from what Jimmy Smith looks like at the beginning of this fight, I think him and Ben Smith may be a pretty good matchup. What do you think? I mean, look at this guy.
This is bizarre stuff. Almost looks like a Rock'em Sock'em Robot. And Timber! He is cold-cocked by Tony Moscow.
I've fallen and I can't get up!
You can almost hear it. He needs an alarm. And Brian Gary issues it, flags him out. We may need the Guinness people ringside here. I think we've seen a new world record. That's got to be one of the quickest knockouts ever. Not a long night's work for Tony Moscow.
And not a good night for the Smith clan.
It may be a good night. The Smith brothers not holding up too well here.
Well, and this is the training regimen for this elusive fighting technique?
Well, part of it, he said. Now, Insane here is a bouncer from the prairies. Says he fights upon instinct. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about this guy. He's going to put his videos up for sale and his training techniques. He said if people can learn how to fight this way, they'll never get hit and they can take out their opponent. Well, here it goes. Oh, big bomb by the bouncer. Another one. Nice elusive moves. I see that working. He's got his hands down. Now he's on the run. He's really on the run. he's using the referee for a shield. Maybe that's what he means by elusive. I'll hide behind the ref. Look at that. From corner to corner, rope to rope. Maybe.
I think that's the problem, Don.
There's ropes in the way. The ropes are in the way. He can't maneuver now. Oh, nice footwork, too. He's
down.
Let's look at it. Which way did it come from? Where did it come from? I wonder what's going through his mind right now. My video sales are dead. My video sales will die.
They will.
He says, what's he saying there? Do I have some bugs to work out of this? Here's the problem. The ropes were in the way. You know, John, if he didn't have those ropes, look at this. He could have just kept right on boogieing.
But this technique could work in an open field.
Look how he rolls, though. He slits right behind the referee.
Right behind the ref.
Gets behind him quickly.
So
and look at the ref. Look at the ref.
If you were in a field of cows doing this, you'd be quite safe.
Probably. But look at the ref saying, "You don't use me for a human shield again."
His professional boxing record is 1 win and 2 defeats. Edward Rackley.
Round 1, it is scheduled for 6, and while that may not sound like a very long bout, it is for a man who's fought all his career as an amateur and ended his first 2 professional fights before the end of the 3rd round, and that's what Cedric Rose did.
And we had Cedric on his second pro fight in one of those knockouts against not a great opposition, as it doesn't look like Rackley.
Oh, dear. Rackley walked into that and went down briefly and will take the count of 8 from the referee, Dickie Cole.
Right now, it looks to me like he's going to do away with Edward Rackley as quickly as he has his other opponents.
Rackley keeps on coming with those long arms. You talk about throwing a punch from Australia. He's throwing his from some other planet I don't know.
Edward Rackley is not the most stylish fighter we've ever seen here on ESPN. I think we can say that.
He's down again. That'll be the second count, and that'll be enough for the referee, Dickie Cole. He has seen enough. Rackley is taken out by Cedric Rose, who ends it very, very early. And Cedric Rose, all the class certainly in the ring between those two.
Feathered John Rincon.
Oh, please.
Oh. Williams with a shot in the right hand. He's got some happy feet. Oh,
my goodness.
Rincon has a strong left hand.
You can tell that Williams don't have a lot of experience, or maybe none.
Well, this is the pro debut for both fighters, but Rincon is in there just smiling.
Well, Rincon at least has a lot of amateur experience fighting out of Texas. He participated in the U.S. regionals last year.
He got to be careful because guys like this that don't have a lot of experience can catch you with a wild one.
He was a semifinalist. Rincon was in the Texas State Golden Gloves last year. Where was Williams going?
Williams.
Big left, another one from Rincon. And that one to the body sends Williams down.
Oh, that was a nice body shot. Oh, he's poor kid.
This one is over. John Rincon takes it in the first round of his first professional fight. He poses for the cameras at ringside. He's got the wherewithal for that at least. And Rincon looked the part and acted the part here tonight in Oklahoma City.
Well, Shane certainly looks confident. Ryan looks smiley.
Oh, he's trying to throw him. You can see that no-holds-barred grappling style. What do you mean I can't throw him down? Well, there's...
Oh. Don!
He's
Don,
running from side to side. Oh!
Don, I've seen this style of fighting before.
The shadow style.
The shadow style. I wonder if he trained under the shadow.
Turn your back and run into the ropes. He wants him. He says, let me at him.
Yeah, trained under the shadow.
He says, I'm okay. He's bleeding there. Doctor's got to check him. Probably got cut from headbutting the corner post. Oh, it's over, yeah.
It's over.
He's go home. They said, did he punch you in the... We can see what happened here. Well, the doctor's checking him out. Charging right in on him. He says, oh, I love it. Just a second, I want to go to the other side of the ring. Do it on this side. Oh, back to this side. Can't catch me, can ya? Oh, the ropes are in the way.
Always in the way.
Those ropes. He couldn't run far enough. Side to side in the...
Tonight is his pro debut. Hailing from Benton, Michigan. Let's hear it for Pat Huerta.
And he is making his pro debut. He only had 3 amateur fights. He did win all of those. And he is a brawler. What he lacks in skills and experience makes up for a lot of hustle. And he's hustling into this one. The odds this one won't hear the final bell of the 4th round. Huerta and may be able to run into a shot by Bailey. But Bailey right now trying to collect himself. Doesn't want to get into this slugfest, but may be drawn in. Oh, crunching left and a right by Bailey. And Huerta is down here in round number 1.
No need to count.
Seconds in.
Yeah.
Ron Cunningham, the ref, wisely waves it off immediately.
Boom. And then watch for the left cross.
5 foot tall, 98 1/4 pounds. Don't sneeze, Teddy. She may go. Remember, only 2-minute rounds in women's boxing. Cordova wearing the gold and black trunks. Young in the blue.
Young is a southpaw, and a southpaw that might have some moxie, but you can see technically not very adept.
Well, if she stops hopping, I'll tell you what stance she's in. Eats a jab, puts her head down, and just swings forward.
Who would put somebody like Unity Young into a match on national television?
She turned her back.
Allow herself. Hey.
Listen, this fight's going to be over in just a few moments. She's an amateur, a rank amateur. She shouldn't have a license to be a professional, this Unity Young in the blue trunks. Because
don't get me wrong, she's got plenty of heart to climb those steps to come out of the locker room.
That's it.
And
Fight's over.
And somebody with heart just threw a white towel into the ring.
atmosphere in here ahead of this one. Popular Ashley Sexton, who's been calling for a move up in class. Here it is. The unbeaten 22-year-old aiming to become the English flyweight champion. But he's up against the decent and gritty Usman Ahmed.